Hey, ooh, hey, and welcome. Yes. Your girl is so super duper tired. This light is bright, y'all. Oh, Lord. Your girl is so tired, baby. It has been a week, let me tell you. And I gotta work tomorrow, but I was feeling a little low energy. I came in here. I was supposed to have an appointment, which is why I came on here so late. Otherwise, I could have moved this up, son. Moved this up some. Got the kids some dinner. Ate myself, and then I was like, let me give you a little zhuzh to get my mood up, get my mood right for the bold and bougie. Yeah, give you a little necklace, a little gold, a little razzle dazzle. You know, just trying to get into things here. I'm going to give you guys a minute, see if anybody else is going to come into the room. I know it's kind of late and it's a Friday. I mean, I have to work tomorrow, but most of you don't have to work tomorrow. But in any event, this is the time slot that I want to do this in. 9:30 on Fridays. The show airs at 9 on Thursday. I'm not staying up to watch it. I'm just not. So this is where we're at. I think this time slot works. Like I said, I had an appointment, and I thought I wasn't going to be available till 9, and then I wanted to give myself time to unwind and get ready and get on here and talk to you guys. I do have a little bit of sippage tonight. It's a little bit, just a scotch, baby, because like I said, I got to work tomorrow, and your girl does not want to be dehydrated, run down, and tired. So I gave y'all the judge. I don't want to come on here tired, because really it was feeling like the pajamas, not my necklace. And that's why I got on here a few minutes late too. First I had it hooked, but I'm gonna go off camera for a second, because I'm always fiddling with something on camera. Um, it was hooked okay, and then I was like, oh, I wanted to hang a little longer, and so with these nails, I was in here fiddling with this daggone clasp, and I thought I got it right, but since the doggone thing, I'm trying to slide off in the middle of not even the middle of the live, in the beginning of the live. Here we are. I don't really want to call one of my kids to help me. Oh, come on now. You're messing up my appearance. Child, anybody that comes into the room, let me know you're here. Give me a wave. Aha, hello. I guess I can't say tell me if you can see me good, because I don't have my camera on for right now, but let me know if you can hear me okay, if my audio is good, if my mic sounds nice. Now my finger is getting in the way and I'm getting frustrated. I think that's it. Oh, God. Hopefully, child, it will stay on for the video. It's been 4 minutes, y'all. We're gonna get into the thing. So we are here, you guys, to talk about Bold and Bougie. Why do I feel like no, it's loose again? We're here to talk about Bold and Bougie, season 1, episode 3. Too many princesses for one kingdom. This is my spoiler recap and discussion with you good people. Maybe it only likes to be on that bottom one. It's supposed to be adjustable. This is a mess. So, guys, give me one more good second. I ain't never been so frustrated in my life. Anyway, we pick up right where we left off at. Malaysia is asking Crystal if she had been in Usher's DMs. And Goshi is like, oh my God. Now I done popped the thing all together, y'all. Ain't this some stuff? I'm so angry right now. I'm so angry right now. I don't even know if that's able to be put back on. Oh, well, y'all, I tried to be cute. I tried to give y'all the zhuzh. This was my Target uh, clearance on église. I'm trying to see. I might be able to put it on at a later date, but we're not gonna worry about it. Just gotta get some needle nose pliers and squeeze them things back on. Anyway, I should have left well enough alone. I think it's just me in here. Like I said, if you come in, like you're here. I'm gonna go back and take it from the top. So we pick up where we left off last episode, and Malaysia is asking Crystal, like, "Girl, have you been sliding in Usher's DMs?" And she's like, giving that look, right? Gosha's like, "Oh my God," ask her the same thing if she had slept with him. Sliding the DMs, slept with him, not the same thing, but okay, girl. Because Gosha is saying, like, the math isn't mathing. And she feels like there has to be a reason why Tamika does not seem to be feeling Crystal. Now, she did give her a little bit of energy at her pool party, which I think is why Gosha is in her feelings. But at the tea party where they're at now, it's just like kind of is what it is. And I don't necessarily feel like Tamika is giving Crystal that much energy, but I think Gosha is mad about the pool party and we just putting 10 on 20. So Crystal's like, yeah, absolutely not. Like, he and my ex were close friends. Like, like I don't even get down like that. And so Tamika's like, yo, that's just so corny, y'all. And I'm like, it really is. It really is corny. And she's like, I've had other boyfriends, I've had other husbands. And before she could even get into whatever she's about to say, Gosha is asking, well, did you sleep with one of her other boyfriends? I'm like, Gosha, girl. So Crystal's like, listen, I am not even promiscuous like that. I ain't never slept with nobody's man. Everybody feels like you did, girl, but we're gonna let you have it. So again, Gosha wants to know what it is. And I want to know again why she's so concerned. Only thing I can really devise is she acted that way at her pool party. But at this point, she's really, really dragging it. And Tamika's like, it's really nothing and there is no beef. So Crystal's like, what I'm going to ask you guys to do, though, is to please stop talking about Monyetta. Like, she will always be some type of family to me. So, like, we're just going to be cool. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem over there. No problem over here. Very, very mature of Crystal. But Gosha won't let it go. Tamika's like, listen, because she said, she was asking, get your words, get it, girl. If there's some like underlying issue, and Tamika's like, listen, I'm upfront, like, I'm gonna tell you what it is. It ain't nothing. And Crystal's like, I'm glad we cleared everything up. Me and Tamika, we all good. And I was like, baby, what type of tea party is this? Like, did we resolve anything? Was there any resolve? Or we just kind of, had attitudes for not everything. Child, I'm still fiddling with this necklace on the wall. It's in my lap. I just want to make sure it hooks. It hooks. It's just, it's a choker. So I wanted to adjust it. But now it's on my lap. Y'all don't care nothing about that, baby. I don't know. The tea party was not giving what it needed to have gave. Malaysia was looking for like this sisterness, this bond, and we did not get this from that. So then we fast forward and we see Gosha and Tamika, and they meet up in the rain. I said, child, I guess like y'all had to meet outside in the rain. There was no other possible place that you guys could meet. And Gosha is asking Tamika, like, how do you feel about Crystal? She's like, I adore her. Gosha is confusion. And she's like, I always have. And she's like, I'm just, she's basically putting her standards up front. And I get what she was kind of saying, like, I just want to let her know that's my friend. So just in case, like, I want to make sure we come with the good energy, the positive energy. Look, I know I'm doing a lot for Tamika, but she's just putting everything up front is what I took from it. So Gosha's like, girl, like, I don't get you. And I was like, but here comes Tamika with her shade, talking about, yeah, and obviously you don't get me in this long drive and being out in the rain. And she starts talking stuff about her shiny outfit. I think she called her Michael Jackson. But Gosha got jokes about her attire too, because Tamika's got like these puffy sleeves going on. And it's so funny. She's like calling it a flotation device. I'm like, well, at least, you guys both got the thick skin for the jabs and the shade. But she's asking her, like, "Why were you guarded at the tea party?" And I'm like, "Crochet, really? Girl, let it go. Like, there's nothing else for you to talk about. Like, if you don't like Tamika, let's just say that. Let's just put that out there because this is just it was exhausting my nerves." So Tamika's like, "Listen, I'm not gonna hold you. All the conversation about my ex makes me kind of side eye what people's intentions are." I said, "That's entirely fair." And Goshen's like, "Girl, no one is a groupie." And so her confessional, she was like, "I'm a fan, not a groupie." And she was like, "And how did I'm still trying to figure out how she got him anyway." And I'm like, "Girl, are you jealous? Like, I thought you like the ladies. I mean, I know you dated the Roger Bob fella, but like that lady ain't been, I think she said she ain't been with that man in a decade." So it's just like, I don't even know why we're pushing the issue and why are we arguing about Tamika's attitude at the tea party when, to me, I feel like Goshen was the one that was making more of things than Tamika was, to be perfectly honest at the tea parties. Yeah, let me have some sip. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Tamika says she feels like she is projecting and she's over it and this scenario. And again, I can see why. I said, Goshen got me going up for Tamika because homegirl ain't making no sense. So Tamika does her classic walk off. When we're going to talk about Tamika's classic walk off, I think more than once in the episode, I said, yeah, okay. So we get like a couple of little fluff scenes because we're going to start the episode with the tea party, which is where we left off at the end of episode 2. And we're going to end with Crystal's kind of club lounge hosting party situation. So in the scene, Malaysia goes to visit Princess at her dental practice. I shouldn't do that. Her husband is a dentist, and she's in charge of not something, but she ain't been in there in a month of Sundays. So they're in there, I guess, to film because, like I said, Malaysia comes to visit, and they're talking about Princess having a Dillard show, and asking if she's gonna get other people's opinions, and then we kind of like get into the tea party. But apparently, the ladies think that Princess is a softie and doesn't have a backbone, lets people walk all over her, all kinds of things. Malaysia's saying things to her. We see all types of confessional from all the other ladies about how much of a softie she is. And Malaysia's like, you were kind of backpedaling a little bit on the comment that you made to Tamika. And that was about, because, they got to give us a flashback. That was about Tamika still being in love with Usher. And Malaysia says, listen, maybe she's not comfortable with you or the group. And so Princess is like, you know what? I'm going to call and apologize. And I was like, I don't know why that deserves an apology. Like, Tamika, she got RBF for real, for real. Can she be a little rude? Yeah. But I was like, I don't know. So I said, I had in my notes, I don't know why she's apologizing, but she feels that she may have been insensitive. So she calls Tamika up on the phone. I think she has on speakerphone. Malaysia's there. And she says, Tamika's basically like, yeah, I don't really remember that. And I really don't care. And Malaysia's like, yeah, girl, if you don't remember it, like, you gotta apologize. And she invites the ladies to her book signing. So sidebar, I did purchase on Audible because I had a couple credits left. Tamika's book, which is titled, just want to get the title correct. Here I stand in a beautiful state. I did get started, but I just started it like yesterday. It's about 8 hours worth of audio. I'm through the first hour, which I believe is like chapter 4. And it's pretty interesting. Like right now we're kind of I had to go through the forward and the introduction and the dedication and then, 3 to 4 chapters, but we're getting background story on her life and her upbringing, which I was really, really interested to see because some parts of me relate to her because I get that RBF, that hard, that if you're quiet, you're stuck up. Now, I don't give the rude vibe because Tamika can be rude, but I kind of understand her on a certain level. So I'm just interested, I'm reading. If I do happen to finish it before the end of the season, I will give you guys an update on my thoughts. I just want to know, like, what makes her tick? Why is she the way that she is? But anyway, and I'm really, really anxious about getting to the part where she talks about her son because she talks about that later at the book signing and the folks was tearing up. I was tearing up. We'll get there. So Gaucher tells Princess about her meeting up with Tamika. I can't even remember where they were. It doesn't really matter. So she says that they were trying to get to know her. And I'm like, but were you really? And this is the thing I can't stand sometimes about these ensemble casts. When you have these ensemble casts in places like Atlanta, you know, lots of black folks there. Um, it's like you know of each other, but sometimes you don't like Tamika saying, like, I know her, but I don't know her. I think we get a lot of that, and that can kind of have the show suffer a little bit when they're not really like, I want to get a group of like organic friends and see how they tick. But a lot of times we just throw people together, which is what I feel like we're doing on the show. I feel like, in my opinion, Gaucher doesn't like Tamika, but here we are. But she says, trying to get to know her. I disagree. Princess wants Gaucher to give Tamika a chance. And, Gaucher is basically just because they're having small talk. She's informing her that she's not going to make Crystal's party because it's not really a party. And that, she's basically booked and busy. So those are our two little, no, we got like two more. I don't want to call them filler scenes, but two more scenes till we get to the main event at the end, which is Crystal's little shindig. So Crystal and Shad, they are spending time with her kids. It looked like they have a bunch of fun. They were at like we have a couple of different places out here. I don't want to name names, but they're like, trampoline, fun parks kind of things. They're going across on I'm gonna call it hand gliding because for some reason when I get on here, I cannot remember that word, but they're going across on that. Just having a good time. The kids, you see them for like 2 seconds and then they kind of go off. She sits down with Shad and the two of them get to talking. And she brings up the comment that Malaysia made she says about sleeping with Usher. Now, again, that's not exactly how it went because Malaysia said you slid in his DMs. Gaucher was the one that said you slept with him. But I digress. And that to me, that does matter. Child. And you know what? It was a lot. I think my opinion, everything here is my opinion. Everything here is alleged and for entertainment. Let's just put that out there. I should probably add that in the banner. I feel like Malaysia was joking, but I feel like Malaysia and Crystal were at a good place until she said that. And then that made Crystal kind of feel away. Which is fair because I guess she's sick of it. She's on a show. She's gonna have to deal with it. But I feel like, you know, she feels like if you're supposed to be a sisterhood, I gather she doesn't like the shade. That's what I take from it. Um, and then she talks about Gaucher getting in Tamika's hands. And I was like, yeah, see, that was a lot. I said earlier, I got into that fumbling over my words and everything else, how I just didn't appreciate that. Like she was doing a lot and it didn't warrant that much. Yes, correct her, say whatever you have to say, get your feelings out, but she was doing the absolute most. So she says she wants to smooth things over with the ladies. And I'm like, what exactly is she smoothing over? Like, you didn't really do anything, but we'll just chalk it up to sisterhood because like I said, she didn't really do anything. And at first I was kind of like, I feel like Carlos kind of set her up with the fall. And I was laughing to myself. I'm like, but she is really trying. She is really trying to get in front of the persona, how people feel she is. I got to see a little bit of Carlos's like interview recap with her. And I guess just kind of, I don't want to say rebranding herself, but reintroducing herself into the world because I laugh because I said she said on a tea party, like people think that she's like mean and nasty on fight and she's not that girl, but it sounds like she was that girl and she's trying to turn over a new leaf, live the soft life, be a mom, just be chilling. So she says she's hosting and she has invited the ladies. So Princess goes to Tamika's book signing and we hear her discussing the book. And then she starts to talk about losing her son. And she says it's a sensitive topic. I said, God, what I'm like, what did I write in my notes? God, yes. So she starts to talk about the day where he left this earth, and child, I'm gonna try to take it slow because I ain't lose my child, but the folks in the folks in the audience started tearing up. I started tearing up, and Tamika's like, "Oh God, like, y'all gonna cry, gonna make me cry." And Tamika starts to tear up about her son, and that gets me. Ooh, my voice is cracking. That gets me all the way in the feelings because I could not imagine. And that is one of the things that really warms me up to Tamika. Now, I know she didn't lose that baby that long ago, but it just makes me forgiving of a lot of the things that she does and says. Don't come for me, y'all. But when she talks about that baby as a mom, a person, your your girl gets in her feels. So Malaysia comes in on the tail end, and her and Princess are off to the side talking. Tamika's, signing autographs, taking pictures, hugging babies. And Princess discusses her meeting with Gaucher. And I guess that's the purpose of the show is we have to share all of the things that we do. Sometimes it's just like, and we're rehashing the same thing over and over. So they feel like Tamika walks away all the time. And even though Malaysia says she can relate, we gonna see in a few minutes that even Tamika's walking away can be a little bit much for Malaysia. Give me a good second, you guys. Turning my page. Yeah, here y'all ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. Oh. Let me get back to the business here because we have the 20-something minute mark. And I had said I was going to have these be like 30 minutes. But last Friday, we had some great engagement. I don't know where the people have gone tonight. We had some awesome engagement. We went almost an hour. That will not be the case tonight. Your girl has to go to work tomorrow. And like I said, y'all being awfully quiet over there in the comment section. So Tamika comes over. Princess tells Tamika about the meeting with Gaucher, and Tamika doesn't care. Malaysia is wanting vulnerability from the ladies. This has been Malaysia's thing. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. Vulnerability and a sisterhood is Malaysia got her black fist in the air. Tamika does her walk away, and Malaysia, she don't like that because I forgot what word she used. It wasn't dismissed, but it was just like she said something and she just kept a step in, and Malaysia was like, "Oh, not me," and she's trying to get her to come back, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't happening. Not. Why am I having trouble gathering my thoughts? That part with the sun really got me all a little bit rattled. Oh, I had in my notes not to be on Tamika's side, but some of the convos that they seem to have seem so unnecessary. Like, I definitely have that in my notes. My feeling, provide a safe space, as we like to say, for Tamika and the rest of the ladies to open up. And if she and the rest of them don't, well, at least you tried. Like, you can't make fetch happen. You can't force a scene. You can't force an interaction. You can't force a relationship. So if it's just she's very closed off, I feel like she explained to Gaucher, but Gaucher's trying to not understand and being like, I'm a fan. I'm not a groupie. But if that's been her experience, that's her experience. And if that's part of the reason why she's guarded, which I'm sure she is, child, not me going up for Tamika, child, let me press on. So it's Crystal's club night, but it's not really clubby. So Malaysia comes in her cute little club outfit, but she's got like a little jacket, and she brings the other princess, Dr. Princess, with her. When she gets inside, the OG princess is there also. So Shad and Crystal, they arrive, And, Crystal basically says, like, after a toxic, dramatic divorce, I am ready to enjoy myself and be outside. Now, she said to Carlos, because Shaw talked about this guy, and he did also talk about it when they were in the scene with the kids at the play thing, but I ain't really get into all the details of that conversation because y'all don't need every single detail for this show. I try to break it down as much, but like, we're not going to get all into it. Because he was thinking that, the smile on her face, the pep in her step, is thankful to the dude. And she was like, no. And she said on Carlos, I believe, that she's only been out with the guy like once, but Shaw just really likes him. He's a baller. And that is that. But, she's super duper single. But she's attributing it to God. I love to see it. Because when you get out of a bad relationship, baby, I'm trying to warm up to Crystal. I'm trying to not be biased and give as much as I can of a non-biased, I don't know if y'all are getting that, situation, but here we are. So the new princess was like, I was expecting like a club, like, see no VIP, like no bottles. That's the vibe that she was expecting, but it's more of a lounge. And she's got a little shade, and Crystal's like, I don't understand her energy, because she's like, it's a lounge. And it was a cute little scene, and they did get up in a little while and start dancing and everything. It was a cute little vibe for me. I'm a woman of a certain age, which Crystal touched on, not in this, on the thing with Carlos. I think I watched like the tail end of it and like fast forward through some of the parts, because yeah, yikes, it was a lot. And Carlos is really trying to sell Crystal to us. He's really trying to sell Crystal to us. But it was like, at my age, that was like my vibe. Like, I don't really want to be in like a loud, dark club. It was a cute little scene. It was a little grown. It's giving grown and sexy, but that's not what the ladies were expecting. And I'm like, y'all around my age, but okay. So in her confessional, Crystal's like, she kind of killed her vibe, ruined her, whatever, just a little bit. And she tells the lady, listen, the lady's like, listen, I'm looking for that positive energy, you guys. So she gets the mic, and they come out with like little signs and like little sparkler situation. And she tells the ladies like, let's do what we do. Let's turn up. So they, get up, they dancing, and, they love a little twerk something. And then they end up, at least how they presented it to us on the show. You sitting down, you getting up, you have a good time, and then you come to sit back for this deep conversation. I'm like, we should have went off with y'all shaking y'all tail feathers and not y'all getting back into a deep conversation that ends up turning into an argument. So the new princess, she's looking for Tamika. She's like, where's the lady that was singing about, whatever? And we see Tamika in her confessional, like, I didn't make it. Your girl has a lot on her plate. Fine. We need somebody else to argue with. So Malaysia tells Princess that she needs to be more assertive when it comes to Tamika. I don't know why we have to have this conversation again. It's a TV show, Kira. That's why. Because it's kind of like, this is one of the things that y'all could have probably you talked about it in the here and the now. If you needed to talk about it again, it could have been a phone call, but we need scenes for the show. So I said, Anita's not here tonight. I said, okay, Nita. I said, you are right, girl. So when you get this, just know you are right. Malaysia don't really seem to have a storyline. And I was like, yikes, what are we doing here? You're just like the peacemaker, the snazzy dresser, the event thrower, the, like I said, kumbaya type of. And I need more from Malaysia than that. So you're not going to show your kids. You said you don't want to show your man. You're not going to show your kids. What up? Like, no businesses going on. I thought you did. I would like to see that. Like, I need, like I said, excuse me for being repetitive sometimes. I would like to see more of a group of people that are organically friends. And also, like, I give me the business, give me the family, give me all the things. Like, come on now. So Crystal leans over. She's like, wait, what? What happened? What's going on? So Malaysia's explaining what happened at the book signing. I'm not going to reiterate it because we just talked about it, but she's going, tell her what had happened was. So now, and how Tamika was being dismissive. And the new princess wants, girl, I want you to speak up as namesake, I think is the word she was using. And OG Princess is like, yeah, okay, girl, I will. Like, okay, chill out. Nobody's talking to you. So Malaysia says people used to tap dance all over her and her feelings, and she wants her to be that bitch. Okay. She's saying this to OG Princess. And she says she's had enough. And then she's like, exiting. I'm like, what are we doing here? She pulls it to me because she gets up and does a little walkout. And so new princess is like, where are you going? Dr. Princess, please mind your business, ma'am. You're doing a lot. So she says she's going to call Tamika because I think Malaysia had got up and went to talk to her. Or maybe she said it on the way out. She was going to call Tamika. I guess that was what was on her heart and her mind. So she was like, I'm going to get it off my chest right now. And she don't want Dr. Princess or the new princess in her business. She's like, girl, I don't know you. And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. Because I probably would have been the same, to be honest. Like, you're doing a lot of talking. I don't really know you. Like the fact that we're having my conversation in public in front of somebody I don't know on a show. On top of that, it's just like, we're doing a lot. So Crystal's like, really, was it really that bad? So the new princess is like, why didn't you, basically call it out in front of her? Why didn't she call it out in front of Tamika? And they're explaining, like, that's her friend. And she's like, yeah, but you're going to let her walk all over you. And then we get into the OG princess. I think Malaysia was explaining how the OG princess is feeling like it wasn't the right time, which is what she initially said. I can't remember if it was in the confessional or what, but she initially said that before Malaysia walked over, that it wasn't the time, it wasn't the place, because they were talking about her son. And then Malaysia gonna say, she didn't talk about her son. She's talking about Tamika, it is, at the pool party. And she was rude. I don't think she touched on it a little bit. I don't think that was a place, and you're supposed to be having fun and enjoying yourself and celebrating. That's not the place to get in a deep conversation of loss and grief of your child. Like, that's going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer. So I don't think that was appropriate. Rude, yeah, perhaps. That's Tamika, and that's why y'all have her on the show. So Malaysia, now she goes to check on the OG princess, and she's like, listen, I know that's your friend, so just go ahead, girl, and handle it how you see fit. And the OG princess is like, I'm not feeling that new princess, Dr. Princess, whatever you want to call her. And I said to myself, now we know why Malaysia did not invite her to the tea party. Because you remember on episode 2, visit Dr. Princess in her office, I gotta stop air quoting, her office, her place of business. And she basically was like, but you're not invited. Girl, now we see why. Like, you're doing a whole lot, ma'am, on any given Sunday. Here you are. So I think Princess called Tamika, and I think Tamika called her back. She's outside in her car. Malaysia's standing there, and she picks up on speakerphone. And then, like, they're making a little small talk, and then Princess kind of gives the Malaysia, like, can you excuse yourself, ma'am, because she did not want to have the talk with Tamika in front of Malaysia, but clearly she wanted to have it on camera. Otherwise, baby girl, you could have went home and then picked up the phone and called. Again, it's a show. We need scenes. We need drama. We need, real life stuff. Back inside, the new princess, Dr. Princess, she's doing a lot. And then she's like, her and Crystal are talking about their attitudes and how they used to be and how she used to say stuff she ain't had no business saying, but now she's getting, bet. I think because Crystal was saying she had changed, and new princesses do it like, I'm doing better because at the pool party, like, I wanted to tell you and you was a little loose, but you said you hadn't had sex in a year or so. And Crystal's like giving her the look of looks. Crystal, she ain't like that. And she's piping up like, what? Excuse me? You don't know me. It's a lot of back and forth. We don't need the specific words. Shad was kind of like trying to interject a little bit. And Crystal is trying to tell her, like, look, he's trying to tell her to keep it cute, basically. Like, be respectful. Like, this right here is not what you want. We're not about to do all this. And then she's like, you know what, let me dismiss myself before, I act the fool up in here. So the new princess, the whole time she's saying whatever she's saying, and she's like, let me dismiss myself before I get it, out of pocket. New princess, Dr. Princess, why? 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 Ma'am, are you childish? Are you trying to, because you're obviously a friend of, are you trying to get to be one of the 5 or 6 in the show? Because we're not really feeling you. So then as we end in the episode, Crystal is in the bathroom talking to Shad, and basically baby girl had effed up, and she's like, I'm done with all this, and she takes her mic off, and that's where the episode ends, because I think she also explained this on Carlos, like she's trying to do better. She don't want to be taken out of character. She does not want to go to jail. I say amen, Crystal, amen. I get with you on that one, because sometimes you just got to keep your cool, because you're like, I got these kids at home. I'm not trying to go in jail. I'm not trying to do no charges. These people are not worth it. My previews for the next week always get cut off, so I have to extend that when I tape it next time, so I can get everything. We did say Gaucher talking to that therapist guy. I've seen him before. I think I liked him on whatever show he was on. You guys can get that in the comments and tell me if you remember. Old dude, if you did see, hopefully y'all saw the episode if y'all are watching this, and clearly most of y'all are gonna watch this on the replay. My opinions, and this is some of the notes I had before I watched the Carlos thing. I'm trying to warm up to Crystal, but part of me feels like Crystal doesn't really fit in this group of ladies. I don't want to say she's a different aesthetic, but I feel like she's still like, hey, young and fun, and these are like mostly older, little more like, like me with the, chilling your jammies kind of low vibe type of older women. But that's just my opinion. She is trying. She is doing her very best, because some of this stuff, baby, I could not. So kudos to Crystal Renee for that. Let's not say I didn't give homegirl any compliments. And I am honestly not feeling Dr. Princess. Like I said, I think she was trying to make fetch happen. She was trying to stand out. She was trying to, let's take this down. I hope my necklace doesn't fall off. She was trying to have a moment, and your girl just really wasn't feeling it. Anybody that's in the room, let's speak now and forever hold your peace. Let me know how you are feeling about this show. I'm digging it. It's a cute little something else to watch. At least we get a different group of women to watch. So I'm appreciative of that, because, sometimes other shows don't be given. We want to switch it up. Again, I wish it had been like a group of organic friends, but here we are. I'm going to take it. We're going to rock and roll with it. I'm going to stick it out to the end. Friday at 9:30 is our time slot for the live. If you missed the live, let me get my banners up. Leave a comment for your girl. Hashtag replays. Drop your girl an emoji. Whatever you feel like doing. I don't mind. Let me take another little sip before I get on out of here. Let me put on some traveling music. As I always be late to the party. When I'm shutting these lives down, I'll be up here fumbling and bumbling. And I do need to get some more music. But we're going to rock out with our rock. I give you guys a couple of last things. Also, so Black History Month is over. Happy New Month. It's March. It's growth and all of that good stuff. So I don't know. Maybe if I get into that. Let me just say this. So we did not make our 300 by the end of Black History Month. That's okay. That's okay. We're trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. So the new goal would be, because I don't want to just keep pushing the whole 300 thing back. Please help your girl get to 500 by June 1st. That is your girl's birthday. Yes, please help me. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tomorrow night, you will get my live first reaction recap of Love and Marriage GC. They weren't on last week. I didn't realize that. We're back on this week, so you will get that. Also, Sunday I will have a live for Love is Blind episodes 10 and 11. Trying to squeeze in some more content for you guys. I missed the mark on Blood and Water. The new season started today, but I'm still going to try to get the episode the rest of the episodes up for season 3. And start on season 4, that will be an episode by episode basis. I don't want to give you guys too much more and make this too much longer. I appreciate you guys for checking your girl out, for all the support that you guys give me. It's much appreciated. It's much appreciated. Go check out my watch list. I got up a couple of little shorts with some Black History Month stuff, because I didn't get up as much Black History Month stuff as I wanted to. So go check your girl out. I, give myself a little pat on the back. We had 29 days in the month of February, and I'll put out 19 pieces of content. That includes your lives, your shorts. Doesn't include your posts, but the whole 9. So we're gonna try to keep that motion in the ocean moving. I won't hold you guys any longer. I look forward to seeing your comments, and I will see you good people in the next one. Peace.